In today's video, we'll touch on how to redistribute your wealth so you can secure your money to create the retirement of your dreams. Hi, I'm Jason Bergquist, the founder of retirementofyourdreams.com. Welcome to part three of a three-part video series about securing your money for the retirement of your dreams. Today we'll cover one, evaluating what you are currently doing, two, recommendations for changes that can be put in place to enhance your financial security, and three, strategies for increasing the probability of never running out of money and never experiencing a financial shortfall. Let me tell you a bit about me if we haven't met yet. I've been empowering people to create the retirement of their dreams for over 20 years now. I've been through all the ups and downs and good times that we've seen in the market in the world of money since the year 2000. My main goal is to teach and empower folks like you to set up the retirement of their dreams and bring joy back into their lives. I realized this was my true calling back in 2010 when I went through a divorce. And I was struggling financially and realized I needed to practice what I preached. So I became an independent financial professional and a certified financial fiduciary. This means I always put my client's best interest first. Now I have a team of experts that are working with me to find the best ideas, options, things that are out there in the market to help you create the retirement of your dreams. So back to part three of my three-part video series, money security to create the retirement of your dreams. We're going to look at three things. One, evaluating what you're currently doing. Two, recommendations for changes that enhance your financial security. And three, strategies for increasing the probability of never running out of money and never experiencing a financial shortfall. Let's dive into the first part. One, evaluating what you're currently doing. We've talked about this before, but we'll explore it in more detail. This is a big deal because what if you're not doing what's in your best interest, right? What's the best thing you could be doing with your money? There are good, better, and best ways to handle your money. I'm happy you're doing something with your money, even if it's just a little bit, but maybe there are some things you can do to make it even better. For example, think about how your work plan is set up. Think about how your company 401k works. How do they match? Is there a Roth version? Are there better options for your money? If you're putting more money into your 401k than your company is matching, maybe you should consider putting that little extra cash somewhere else where it can grow better or a better scenario for your future. Let me tell you a little story. In almost every situation I've come across, there's always something that we can do to make your plan even better. Sometimes there are tiny changes because many people that I work with have really good plans in place. I just helped someone recently and they had a great plan with many good things. But because this is my job and I have a team of retirement experts, we're always learning new things. There's always ways to improve or better the plan that we're currently working on, even if we have a great plan in place. Remember, something's better than nothing. That's why we encourage you to meet with us. There's no cost to meet with us. You can discover where you might be missing out on little things that we could tweak and figure out how we could help you create the retirement of your dreams. Working with an expert like us, where that's our day-to-day job. We can see what small changes might make things even better. So, what can you do? First, check out how your current investments are set up. Then send us the information. Schedule a free retirement of your dreams call with us so we can figure out what those changes would be and how to best improve your plan. Even if retirement is still a long ways off, like 10 or 12 or 15 years down the road, there are still things you can do now to better those options and better your results in the future. Recommendations for changes that can enhance your financial security. This is important because imagine if we could show you a way to have a better life when you retire. Think about creating the retirement of your dreams by just making a few tweaks to what you're currently doing right now. We're not talking about saving less or spending more. We want to talk about having more money, have living into your future with everything that you desired and wanted. We want to think about what life could be like in your future. I'm not telling you to save more or spend less, although that could be part of your plan. I want to talk about making some adjustments to what you're currently doing, like moving money from one pocket to another, not necessarily adding more. Let me explain it to you this way in a story that I talked about in my last video, where I used Jim and Heather. So Jim in this scenario is 55, Heather's 52, and we're helping them with their money. They are currently making over $150,000 a year, and in retirement, they still want to have about $120,000 coming in that they're living off of. They've invested $1 million in various accounts, and they're still adding $30,000 yearly to build that retirement savings. When we met with them, we looked at what I always like to talk about, ensuring you have a guaranteed income for life. At that time, they only had Social Security as a secure income source. So we suggested moving around $300,000 or so from one of their existing investments into a guaranteed income source that will pay them out for the rest of their lives, in addition to Social Security. This can be done in different ways, such as investing in a cash value life insurance plan that provides tax-free income in the future, or moving into a fixed income annuity with a guaranteed payout for life. At that time, all of their investments were also in taxable or tax-deferred accounts, meaning they're either paying taxes on their gains yearly or deferring them down into their future. They're just kicking the proverbial tax can down the road. When working on getting them into the 0% tax bracket during retirement to keep more money in their pockets, who doesn't want to be in the 0% tax bracket in the retirement? Let us help you like we did for Jim and Heather. Jim and Heather were also investing an extra $30,000 into their company's retirement plan, or something we like to call the golden handcuffs, to build their nest for their future. So we suggested to move that $30,000 into an investment that provides tax-free income. That way they don't have to worry about future tax rates and what that increase may look like. Now let's talk about dealing with the ups and downs of the stock market. Sometimes these market swings can affect when you retire. We call this the retirement red zone, the 5 years before and the 5 years after you retire. I'll talk more about this in the future, and there's another video that's going to be specifically on the retirement red zone. But the idea is to reduce risk as you get closer to retirement. Jim and Heather had all of their money, $1 million, exposed to the stock market. We suggested moving this money into income sources with a safety net, meaning that their money won't decrease if the market takes a dive. Comparing their current plan with our suggestions, we created a plan that addresses potential shortfalls and provide a roadmap to follow so that we can avoid those shortfalls. We took their current scenario where they had a 59% chance of running out of money before the standard lifespan, and or if they lived an additional 10 years longer than the average, that percent dropped to a dismal 26%. 26% chance that they're still going to have money if they live 10 years longer than the average lifespan. We were able to make these adjustments and then change that number to give them a 95% security of having money for as long as they both lived. This is a significant change to their future and to their current peace of mind. And we can do the same for you. When you schedule your free Retirement of Your Dreams call, we'll give you the Retirement of Your Dreams assessment sheet to start planning for your retirement. You can fill it out and we can create a plan together. Strategies for increasing the probability of never running out of money and never experiencing a financial shortfall. This is crucial because nobody wants to face the possibility of returning to work or becoming a burden on their family in those retirement years. The last thing anyone plans for retirement is return to work or rely on their children. Unfortunately, we all know someone who has experienced this situation, and we understand how difficult and distressing it can be for them as well as their family. It's a terrible way to spend your retirement if you don't have the financial means to maintain your desired lifestyle. We want to avoid these scenarios as much as possible. The goal is to have a plan that can accommodate unexpected changes in the future, like inflation, long-term care needs, early or late retirement, market crashes, health issues. Your plan should be flexible enough to handle all of these situations. In this video, we covered part 3 of a 3-part series on money security to create the retirement of your dreams. We discussed 1, evaluating what you're currently doing, 2, recommendations for changes that can enhance your financial security, and 3, strategies for increasing probability of never running out of money and never experiencing a financial shortfall. You can click the link below if you haven't seen part 1 or 2 of this series and check them out. Now that you've learned the importance of addressing these financial facts, I encourage you to request a free retirement of your dreams call to learn more. Get started on your personalized retirement plan. This video concludes our Money Security series, but we'll return with more valuable insights next week. In the meantime, check out my free video to discover my 9-step retirement of your dreams blueprint. Thank you for considering retirement of your dreams as your partner on your financial journey. What was the most important lesson you took away from this week's video? Feel free to share your thoughts and your comments in the section below. I'm Jason Bergquist, empowering you to create the retirement of your dreams.